Good morning, everybody. My name's Ian, and I'm the owner of Right Start Newcomer Services. Welcome to today's Learn Canadian English lesson. And today we're going to talk about giving thanks. But before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that Right Start Newcomer Services conducts business in Kjipuktuk, which is how you say Halifax in the Mi'kmaq language. This city is part of the ancestral unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This means that when settlers came, the Indigenous people did not surrender their territory and instead signed treaties with Europeans. As a business, we're committed to upholding these treaties as we continue to build relationships between settlers, newcomers, and Mi'kmaq people. All right, so thank you everybody for tuning in today. It is a holiday in Canada. It is Thanksgiving. So that's sort of the theme of today. It's about giving thanks. Saying thank you to the people who have helped us, who are in our lives, and we'll learn a little bit about what is Thanksgiving and how do Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving and all of that fun stuff. So if you're tuning in, say hello. It would be great to hear from you, and I hope you're doing really well wherever you are in the world. So let's take a quick look at today's lesson. While people are starting to trickle into the lesson. Okie dokie. So today we're going to start with a discussion about Thanksgiving and talking about giving thanks a little bit, learn a little bit about Thanksgiving in Canada. We're going to learn some different expressions for saying thank you. We're going to do a listening activity. We're going to listen to me expressing thanks to a number of people, and you guys are going to listen to what I say and try and get the main idea. And then finally, we're going to write a thank you note together. So there are some situations in life where it's actually better to write a note instead of just saying thank you in person or over the phone. So we're going to talk about those situations, and we're going to practice writing a thank you note together. So let's just see if anybody's tuning in yet. Pilar is there. Good morning. Hugs from Colombia. So thank you for tuning in, Pilar. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the morning wishes and for the virtual hugs. I appreciate that. Okay, so if anybody else is watching, please say hello. As usual, you can participate by asking questions in the comments, putting your answers in the comments section as well. Making jokes, whatever you want. There's a bunch of different ways that you can participate. Or if you just feel like listening and not participating actively, that's perfectly fine too. All right, so let's get to our first topic. We're going to have a little discussion. So we have a number of questions, 5 questions. Number 1, what do you know about Thanksgiving in Canada? So if you're in Canada, how are you celebrating? Did you celebrate yesterday, which is what some people do? Some people wait and celebrate today. Some people celebrate the whole weekend. So what do you know about Thanksgiving in Canada? Number 2, do you celebrate Thanksgiving? So I know a number of countries around the world celebrate Thanksgiving. Do you celebrate it yourself? Do people in your country celebrate Thanksgiving too? Number 3, this is a question for everybody. So what are you thankful for? So, I mean, personally, I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for my family, my wife, Michelle, my cat, Gracie, my parents, my wife's parents, and of course, my brother and extended family. So very thankful for my family, thankful for living in a safe, wonderful country. What else am I thankful for? A lot of things. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But what are you thankful for? So you can put your answers in the comments. Number 4, when should you write a thank you note or letter? So think of some situations where it's actually better to write a letter or email or note instead of just saying thank you face-to-face or by phone or something. And then finally, what are some different ways to say thank you? So we're going to go over some vocabulary, different ways we can express thank you besides just saying thanks or thank you. So great. So you can put some of your answers in there. And I'll just chat about the answers while you guys are thinking and answering. So Thanksgiving in Canada. So there are different ways that people celebrate. So some people have a big meal with their family. Some people celebrate it individually. It is a holiday in most parts of Canada. It is an official recognized holiday. Here in Nova Scotia, I'm not sure if it's an official holiday or it's just a holiday that most businesses will take and they give their employees a day off. But I don't think it's everywhere. Okay, so Pilar has an answer here. We don't have a special day to celebrate Thanksgiving Day in Colombia. So it's not a special day, it's not a holiday. I think it's more in the northern parts of North America, Canada, America. We actually celebrate a different day from the US. So our Thanksgiving is in October, theirs is in November. And the reasons why we celebrate are slightly different too. Okay, so that's interesting, Pilar. You don't have a special day to celebrate Thanksgiving in Colombia. So that's good to know. Anybody else want to answer any of those questions? I didn't do anything special. We don't have any special meals. I mean, usually, without COVID, we might travel to see my parents, my wife's parents, have a big meal, turkey, vegetables, different things. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I had turkey because I'm mostly vegetarian. I would say 95% vegetarian. So it's hard to remember when I last had turkey, but I do love it. Turkey, gravy, stuffing. Stuffing is what goes in the turkey. Those things are very good. And mashed potatoes, of course, are delicious. Okay, so I don't see any other answers. I'd like you to answer 3. So if you're here listening, what are you thankful for? So are you thankful for your family? Are you thankful for your job? What else could you be thankful for? I am very thankful for, this, we talk about this a lot, but Indigenous people. So I'm very thankful that, originally they allowed people to come from Europe. They helped them learn how to farm, learn how to stay safe in winter. So without their help, I think there wouldn't be any European or as many European people here. And maybe, Canada as we know it today might not exist. So I am very thankful for that as well. Okay, so let's move on. I don't see any other answers. Maybe people are taking a holiday because it's Thanksgiving. So let's talk about a few Thanksgiving traditions here in Canada. So look at the pictures, see if you can identify some of these traditions in Canada. So what are we looking at? What do you know about these traditions here in Canada? So I just chose 4 because, there's not a huge list of Thanksgiving traditions, but these are some things that a lot of Canadian families do or participate in over Thanksgiving. And we have another answer from Pilar. So after COVID-19, I'm very thankful for the life. I think you mean for life, to be alive, something like that. And I can share with my relatives. So that's great. So thankful to be alive, you might want to say. So here, I'll write that. I'm thankful to be alive. So we could say something like that. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful for my life, something like that. But that's a really great answer, Pilar. Thank you for sharing your answer. And of course, I'm very thankful to all the students who turn into these shows and watch them and participate in the lessons. So I'm very thankful for you guys as well. Okay, Pilar got it. Great. So I put 4 pictures there. The first one, what is that woman holding? And why is it part of our Thanksgiving tradition? So I don't know. Do you have these? I think it's a vegetable, right? Yeah, it's a vegetable. What else could it be? It's not a fruit. It's not meat. So this kind of vegetable is very common this time of year. This is the season for this type of vegetable, and we use it for a lot of things. We use it for pie as a vegetable. What else do we use it for? Even in like coffee, in like Starbucks and stuff, they make lattes and different drinks using this flavor. So basically, this time of year, you can find this flavor everywhere you go. I'm not a huge fan, but some people love it. So it is a pumpkin. So this time of year, you see pumpkins all over the place. People buy them just for decorations. Of course, at the end of the month for Halloween, they make a face out of the pumpkins and then put it in their window. And pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. So pumpkin is a big part of Thanksgiving, and a lot of people have pumpkin pie as part of their Thanksgiving meal. Okay, Pilar, so why pumpkin in Thanksgiving? Because it's close to Halloween date. So pumpkin is a very common crop, I think, in North America, in Canada and the US. Now is the time of year that pumpkins become available. So this is the time of year they become ripe. I don't know why Thanksgiving. So, like I said, pumpkin pie is really popular. It's just a fall vegetable. It comes about in fall, and people tend to like pumpkin things in the fall. And also, it's close to Halloween. So, like I said, Halloween, we have the jack-o'-lantern, they call it. So it's a face made out of a pumpkin, and I don't really know why. So some people like pumpkins all year round, but now is the time of year mostly that people buy, eat pumpkin stuff. Okay, so that's a great question, Pilar. Hopefully I made sense in my answer. Bay has an answer. Great. Hi, Bay. So I'm thankful because I'm alive and healthy, because of my lovely kids' existence, because I have a house and food, I have friends and family. So that's a great answer. So sometimes it's good to remind ourselves why we are thankful and why we're grateful. Sometimes just remembering what we have and what's going right in our lives really can help us be more positive, relax, have less stress and anxiety. So thank you so much for the lovely answer. That is great. Okay, thank you, Bay. And Pilar says, oh, that sounds delicious. A pie. Yeah, pumpkin pie. Maybe we should have made a pie together. Maybe in another lesson, we'll try to bake a pie. But yeah, they take the pumpkin filling and then they cook it somehow and mix it with spices and, of course, sugar, lots of sugar. And that is sort of the filling of the pie. I like it. It's good. It's like a soft, pumpkin-y insides. It's good. I like it in small doses. I wouldn't eat a whole pumpkin pie by myself, but it's kind of tasty. Okay, thanks, Pilar. And hey, Maria, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, Maria. Welcome back to the lesson. Okay, so the first one is pumpkins. Everybody goes crazy about pumpkins this time of year, and especially around Thanksgiving. The next one. So the next thing we're looking at, what is this? So what would we call this? This one, of course, was pumpkin. Pumpkin, pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie, pumpkin cake. I don't know, is pumpkin cake a thing? Okay, Seti is here. Thankful for being surrounded by beauty and beautiful people. Lovely answer, Setia. I hope you're doing well. Of course, I'm sure you're thankful for your husband, your brother, your new baby. I'm sure that you're very thankful for those things. Okay, thank you for answering. Yelda's here. Hey, Yelda, turkey. Very good. So that's what we're getting at. Turkey, turkey, pumpkin, turkey, turkey. Nice to be back in your class. Well, I'm glad to have you here, Sadia. Okay, so this is a turkey. So a lot of people, this is the traditional food for Thanksgiving. They have turkey with vegetable stuffing, pumpkin pie, but turkey, I think, is the number one most common Thanksgiving meal. So it's delicious. I mean, I don't know if people eat turkey in your country. Do you normally eat turkey, or is it something that you've never heard about before? It's kind of like a big chicken, right? Like, so chickens are about this big, turkeys are like this big. It'll feed you for days and weeks, right? You'll have a turkey for Thanksgiving, and then you'll have turkey sandwiches for the next week or so. I love turkey, but like I said, I'm mostly vegetarian, so I don't eat a lot of turkey. Actually, they make like turkey made out of tofu. Does anybody know what a tofu turkey is called? Okay, Pilar is here. Looks like chicken, but it should be a turkey. Yeah, I mean, chickens and turkeys look similar. I do believe this is a turkey. You can kind of tell from the wings, and it's much bigger than a regular chicken. Seems like a turkey. Hey, Eduardo. Oh, sorry, not Eduardo. It is, I forget your name. But prime genitorial. Sorry, I knew I would forget. So yeah, it is definitely a turkey. Maybe you would say it seems 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 like a turkey. Okay, so we don't eat turkey normally, spelling normally in Colombia. Okay, so maybe it's a North American thing. Turkey is a common meal in Turkey for Christmas Day. So turkey in Turkey. Yeah, we also eat it here on Christmas. Commonly, it's Christmas, sometimes Easter, definitely Thanksgiving. I'd say 2 or 3 times a year, a lot of Canadian families will eat turkey. But it's not something that you eat every day because it's kind of, it takes a long time to cook. It's not a super duper common meal here in Canada. Okay, thank you, Yelda. India, we normally eat chicken. Okay, good to know. And sorry, your name is Brenda. Okay, I'll try and remember that, Brenda. Sometimes it takes me a while to remember names. Okay, so chicken is more common in the Dominican Republic. People in Turkey eat turkey for Christmas. Here in Canada, we eat it a few times a year. And some people don't eat turkey, so they eat tofurkey. So if you're a vegetarian, you might eat tofurkey, which is tofu. It's a tofu turkey. So I've never had it myself. It sounds disgusting. But, if you don't eat turkey and you want a turkey-like experience, then you can have a tofurkey. All right. And okay, Maria says for the day Thanksgiving, we prepare a food delicious, 2 breads, and grape juice every Shabbats. Okay. I believe Shabbats is sort of like a religious day. Great. So instead of food delicious, let's say delicious food. We prepare delicious food. Great. And everything else looks fine there. All right. So 2 traditions we talked about: pumpkins, turkeys. What's the next one down here? What would we say that is? Some type of sport or game that's common here in Canada. You're welcome, Maria. All right, so what is that sport that a lot of Canadians will watch or play during Thanksgiving? Okay, so a ball for American football. So your spelling's a little bit off there, Yelda, but you have the right idea. Here, we don't call it One sec. Here we just call it football. So we use a different word for soccer. So soccer is international football, but here we just call football football. Sometimes we call it American or Canadian football, but Canadian football is a little bit different from American football. Anyway, it is a pretty popular sport. People, if they celebrate Thanksgiving on a Sunday, they'll watch football most of the day. Usually, the man watches football while the wife is busy cooking the turkey. Unfortunately, that's still common here in Canada. So football is a common sport we like to watch, we like to play during Thanksgiving and this time of year. So I just wanted to teach you the word football. Don't have to say American football when you're here in Canada. You can just call it football. And remember, it's different from soccer. Soccer is a sport, also known as football outside of Canada and the US. Great. And then, we have an answer, a couple answers here. American football. Oh, I'd like to play football. That sounds like a good game, but I think you meant football, Brenda. Great. Dave says American football. Hey, Dave. And something about games like football, American football. So just football. Okay, so now you know when you're in Canada, you can just say football and everybody will know what you're talking about. All right, and the last one. This is a tradition. This is just about getting together with family. So often, for Thanksgiving, as part of the celebration, we visit with family, we invite family over. Usually we have a big meal, and you can see them holding something in their hands. What are they doing with their hands? So they're all holding a glass of something. What are they doing? Okay, so Yelda says, cheers. So exactly, they're saying cheers. Or they're giving maybe like a toast. A toast is something that you say, here's to our family, or here's to the delicious food and good friends, right? So they're saying cheers. It is very common in Canada when you're at a meal such as this. Someone says cheers, you hold up your glass, you bump it into the other glasses, so you clink your glasses together, and then you take a drink. So if you do cheers in Canada, it is polite to tap your glasses, take a drink. You must take a drink after you say cheers, or else some people think it's very bad luck or somehow rude. So if someone says cheers, raise your glass, knock them together, take a drink, and then you've just performed your cheers. Share time and visit relatives and cheers. Exactly. So these are sort of the common Thanksgiving traditions. Some people have apple pie. Some people do other things with their family, maybe go out and enjoy nature. But really, it's a time for slowing down, having good food, spending time with family, and also saying thank you for what we have in our lives. Okay, great job. Let's move on. Here we go. This is an interesting activity. So there are different ways to say thank you and different expressions we use when we want to say thank you to someone. So what I want you to do is look at the different expressions. I should have numbered them. Here, just a sec. One moment. Can I do that? This is interesting. I'm editing it on the go. There we go. Wow, that was pretty good. Okay, so what I want you to do is choose the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put in a word that would work. So sometimes maybe thanks, thank you is okay, but sometimes we want to use different expressions. So I see some people already started. Uh, some people says diving. Okay. I guess you're talking about cheers. Some people say diving when they do cheers. Okay. That's cool. I don't know if we say that here in Canada. So Maria already got number 1. So thank you very much would be a good expression. Let's use our white marker. So sometimes thank you is not enough, and we want to say thank you very much. That's great. So thank you very much is a very common expression we might use. Number 2, thanks a lot. Very good, Bay. So thanks a lot. Is there another word we could use besides lot? Notice that these are pretty much the same. 1 and 2 are pretty much the same, except number 1 is a little bit more formal. So this is maybe something I would write, after a job interview or to my manager. Thank you very much. If I'm speaking to a friend or family member, I might say thanks a lot. And maybe it depends on what they've done for us or what they've given to us. So if somebody gives me a coffee, I might say thanks a lot. If somebody buys me a new car, I'm going to say thank you very, 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 very much. So depends on the situation, but both of these expressions are commonly used. So great job, Bay. Maria got that one as well. Pilar got number 1, great. And thanks a lot, number 2. And who else? Brenda got much. Very good. Dave got much. Okay, let's move on to number 3. So Pilar is there. I really appreciate it. So that's the word I was looking for. Appreciate. That's a little bit small. I'll write it larger here. So appreciate is kind of like, I feel like I'm very thankful. So instead of writing, I feel like I'm very thankful, you can write, I really appreciate it. Bay has an answer here. I really enjoyed it. So maybe there was a situation that you really enjoyed, like you went over there for dinner. I really enjoyed the meal. I really enjoyed my time there. Yeah, that would work. You could definitely say that as a way to say thank you. But definitely I was looking for the word appreciate it. So I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your efforts on this project. So appreciate is a really good word that we can use when we're saying thank you to someone. Okay, let's move on to number 4. You're the best. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So you can say this even if they're not really the best, right? They're maybe not the best cook or something. You can still say, you're the best. And it makes them feel good. Basically, it just means thank you very much. Okay, number 5. Thank you enough. Okay, Bay moved on to 6. I'm thankful for all your hard work. Very good. Thankful. Great answer. There's actually 2 words that I think could be used for number 6. I'm thankful for all your hard work. I think there's another word that we could also use, Bay, but definitely thankful is a great one. Number 4, polite. You're the polite. I don't think that works exactly, Maria. So I think you're the best. You could also say you're amazing, or you're wonderful, or you're super, something like that. But I'm not sure that polite works in that case. Rahab says, thank you very much. Exactly. Good job, Rahab. And Dave says, lot for 2. Appreciate. Some other people got appreciate, like Brenda, Yelda. Number 5, this is a little bit tricky. So I really thank you enough. Doesn't quite work there. Number 3, yeah, Christina, that could work. So I really like it. Maybe somebody gave you a gift and you say, I really like that gift. Definitely that one would work. Brenda says, I really thank you enough. Doesn't quite work there, Brenda, but good guess. Number 6, I'm thanks for all your hard work. I don't think that would work. Okay, Bay got it. Okay, I was waiting for number 5. So I can't thank you enough. So this one's a little bit tricky. I can't thank you enough means even if I say thank you again and again, it's still not enough to, cover what you did for me. So that, you might say it. When's a situation where you can't thank someone enough? You guys give me $1 million, right? Wow. I can't thank you enough because even all of my thank yous will not equal $1 million. So if somebody really goes out of their way, that's another expression, go out of their way to help you or do something for you, you might use this expression, I can't thank you enough. Pilar says, I don't know. I don't know, thank you enough. So you're not sure. I was looking for I can't. I can't thank you enough. And you can combine them. So if you really want to say thank you, you can combine these in the same email, letter, or voice message. And you can say, dear Karen, thank you so much for your gift. You're the best. I really appreciate it. So you could give 3 or even 4 of these expressions in the same message. And that way you're really, really showing the person that you're grateful, you're thankful, you're appreciative, or you appreciate what they did for you. The last one, another word I was thinking of is grateful. So you could use the word thankful or grateful. So you could say, I'm grateful for all your hard work. Notice that this is a noun. Sorry, no, it's an adjective. So thankful and grateful are adjectives. Thank you, is a verb. So I thank you. It's a verb. Thankful or grateful are adjectives. So you have to say, I am thankful for all your hard work. Instead of I'm thanks, you have to say I'm thankful for all your hard work. So hopefully these expressions are useful. We're going to do a writing activity soon, and we're going to make a short thank you note together. So try to remember some of these expressions for a little bit later on. Okay, so we've moved on to our next activity. This is a short little listening activity. We're expressing thanks. So basically what I've done is recorded 5 short messages, and I want you to sort of listen carefully, take notes, and write down what is the person expressing thanks for. So you're listening for why is the person leaving this message? Why is the person giving thanks to this other person? So 5 short little messages, and I just want you to write, for example, bought them a new car or took their dog for a walk. So what is the person expressing thanks for? And I'm going to get ready. Okay, everybody has their pencil and paper ready to go. All right, here we go. What is the person expressing thanks for? 5 messages. Here we go.
Hi, Lisa. It's Bob. I just wanted to thank you for cutting my grass yesterday while I was away with the kids. I really appreciate it. And next time I'll cut your grass. Thanks. Bye. Hey, Vince. Yeah, it's Ian. I can't thank you enough for fixing my Apple Watch. I really appreciate it. I owe you one, buddy. Thanks. Bye. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for last night's dinner. It was so delicious. I can't believe you made the best pumpkin pie ever. I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, Jerome. I can't thank you enough for lending me that money. It made all the difference. I'll definitely pay you back as soon as I can. Thanks. Bye. Hi, Melissa. Thank you so much for babysitting the children yesterday. I had a lot on my plate and I really appreciate it. So I just wanted to say thanks. Okay, bye.
Okay, so I see some answers coming in. That's great. Keep them coming. We're going to listen again. So it was pretty fast. Maybe you didn't have chance to listen to all 5 of those messages. Keep your answers coming in. We're going to play one more time. Here we go.
Hi, Lisa. It's Bob. I just wanted to thank you for cutting my grass yesterday while I was away with the kids. I really appreciate it. And next time I'll cut your grass. Thanks. Bye. Hey, Vince. Yeah, it's Ian. I can't thank you enough for fixing my Apple Watch. I really appreciate it. I owe you one, buddy. Thanks. Bye. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for last night's dinner. It was so delicious. I can't believe you made the best pumpkin pie ever. I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, Jerome. I can't thank you enough for lending me that money. It made all the difference. I'll definitely pay you back as soon as I can. Thanks. Bye. Hi, Melissa. Thank you so much for babysitting the children yesterday. I had a lot on my plate and I really appreciate it. So I just wanted to say thanks. Okay, bye.
Okay, so 5 real world situations. I see we have some answers here. So let's go back to the very first one. The first message was to say thank you for, and it looks like a lot of people got it, cutting the grass. Okay. That is correct. So, you know, a lot of people here, they have their lawns and they have the machine for cutting the lawns. Looks like a car, but anyway, this is a machine with sort of a blade that goes around cutting the grass. Does anybody know what this is called? This is a bonus question. What is the machine that you push to cut the grass? I'll give you 3 points if you know the answer. But the answer is correct, cutting the grass. You know, maybe I was busy and my neighbor came over to cut the grass, and I just wanted to say thank you to my neighbor. And then I said, you know, next time I'll do your grass. I'll cut your grass later. So does anybody know what this machine is called for cutting the grass? All right, new vocabulary. I'll give it to you. This is called a lawn mower. This is called a lawn mower. So the thing that you push around to cut the grass is called a lawn mower. So that's important. If you're coming to Canada, you're buying a house with a yard, you might need to buy a lawn mower to cut your own grass. Or maybe if you have nice neighbors, they'll do it for you for a while. Okay, number 2. So we talked about number 1. Number 2 is, who said number 2? Okay, Sadia got number 2. So fixing my Apple Watch. So this is actually a real situation. My Apple Watch broke yesterday, and my friend Vince is maybe going to take it, and hopefully he will fix it up. So it's working again. But yeah, that was a surprise yesterday. But good job, Sadia, and I think a couple other people got that one as well. Yep. So Christina got that one for fixing the Apple Watch. Pilar got that one too. Bay got it. So a lot of you people got fixing the Apple Watch. So I wanted to say thank you to my friend Vince for possibly fixing my Apple Watch. Great. How about number 3? What was number 3 about? I don't even remember. Hopefully you guys will remember. Dinner last night. Last night's dinner. And Pilar said dinner. And Rahab said dinner last night. So I'm calling, I think it was Michelle, to thank her for the delicious meal. Right. So I wanted to thank her for last night's dinner because it was so good, especially the pumpkin pie. The pumpkin pie was the best pie I've ever had in my life. Okay, and number 4. Number 4 is about money. So, I mean, sometimes, here in Canada, you might lend someone some money. It's not a good idea to lend a friend a lot of money, but, maybe a little bit of money. So, I wanted to say thank you for lending me some money and let them know that I will pay them back later. So, lending money. Great. And the last one, I think a few people got number 5. Bay said babysitting the children. So taking care of the baby. If you use the word babysit, it doesn't necessarily mean the child is a baby, right? It could be a 5-year-old, 10-year-old, even. From what I know, in Canada, you're not really supposed to leave children alone without a parent or a babysitter under the age of about 12. So if the child is under 12, some children can stay home by themselves for a short time, but usually you need a babysitter up until those children are 12, sometimes maybe even older, depending on the child themselves. So somebody babysat. Somebody babysat for me, even though I don't have kids. But, say I went away for a weekend and I left my cat by herself. Then I might want to get a friend to come take care of my cat for a couple of days, at least check on her and give her food and stuff. So instead of babysitting, that would be called pet sitting or cat sitting or dog sitting. So you might not need a babysitter because you might not have kids. Maybe you have a cat or dog and you still need a pet sitter. So I tried to create some situations that are sort of realistic, that might be related to my life or your life, where you might have to call, leave a message, and say thank you to somebody. Okay, great job. Great listening activity. Last activity for today. We are going to write a thank you note. So we have a question here. Pilar said, can I say cat sitting? Yeah, you can say cat sitting. So sorry, Pilar, could you come cat sit Gracie over the weekend? And you can use the word cat sitting and people know exactly what you mean. Okay, yes, great. So definitely you can use those terms. You can ask someone for help, babysitting, cat sitting, lending you money. And always remember to thank them later. So that's what we're going to practice now, writing a thank you note. There are some situations where it's better to write a thank you note or email instead of saying thank you over the phone or in person. Can you think of some situations where it's better to actually write it on an email or by letter? Usually this is in more formal situations. Maybe it's a bigger favor that the person has done, or it's with somebody that you don't know as well. So think about yourself, think about your life. When have you written a note by email or letter instead of just saying thank you directly? I can think of an easy one. So after an interview. So if you come to Canada, you're getting a job, you have to go through the interview process. It is a very common thing after an interview to write an email afterwards to the person who interviewed you saying, thank you, I appreciate your time. I look forward to hearing from you again in the future. So definitely after an interview, a thank you note would be expected and appreciated. And it really helps you get the job, because if there's 10 people interviewing, maybe 2 or 3 of you will send a follow-up email saying thank you. That really helps you get that job later. All right, so Yelda said I used email for thank you and pandemic period. Great, so when you couldn't thank somebody face-to-face, then you used emails to send thank yous. That's a very good point, Yelda. So some people might not be comfortable talking to you face-to-face during a pandemic, so it's better to send an email. I mean, phone is also acceptable. Calling somebody by phone, maybe that's also acceptable in a lot of situations. It's better to say thanks in person, but if I can't for the distances, so over phone, right? So it is great to say it in person, but some situations you can use phone. And even other situations, it might be better to send a letter. Often, I'll send an email for gifts. So if somebody gives me a birthday gift, maybe a wedding present, anniversary gift, something like that, I do tend to send emails instead of saying thank you directly, especially if this person I don't speak with a whole lot, maybe like an aunt or uncle, somebody like that. You might send a thank you email instead of talking to them. And exactly, that's what Christina said when you received a gift. I agree. So with gifts, I often send an email like I just said. Okay, so let's look at a sample email. Here's a thank you note. Very simple. So it can be very short. It can be very simple. Take a second to read through this. And as you read, I will read it out loud. So Aunt Laura, thank you very much. Sorry, thank you very so much. That's a mistake. You can actually say this. You can say so very much. Thank you so very much for your generous gift. As you know, we are saving up for a down payment, and your kindness will really help us out. Hope the kids are doing well. We are looking forward to catching up with everyone around the holidays. With love, Amanda. So I am assuming that Aunt Laura gave Amanda something. What do you think that she gave her? Right. And also, like you said, Maria, when someone lends you money, you might say thank you by email or letter. So Aunt Laura, thank you so very much for your generous gift. As you know, we are saving up for a down payment, and your kindness will really help us out. So what do you think that Aunt Laura gave them? Okay, great, Brenda. So hello, Professor Ian. I want to thank you for the fantastic videos and live classes. I'm learning a lot. So there's your thank you note. You already wrote one, Brenda. So I'm glad you appreciate the lessons, and I'm glad you're enjoying and learning a lot. So thank you for that wonderful note. And Christina says maybe money. Yeah, so I'm assuming that Aunt Laura gave money because we are saving for a down payment. We're saving money, and your money will help us save up for buying a house. So maybe it's a wedding present. Maybe Amanda recently got married and she wants to thank her Aunt Laura for giving them cash for the wedding. And they're going to use that money for buying a house. So thank you notes can be very short. It can be a few lines. Depending on who the person is, you might want to say something like, how are you doing? Maybe you want to say what you're going to use the money for, something like that. So exactly. So Rahab, yeah, I think it's money as well. Great. Now we're going to get last final practice of today is to write a thank you note to someone. So let's use Brenda's as an example. So, hello, Professor Ian. I want to thank you for the fantastic videos and live classes. I'm learning a lot. That's a great little thank you note. So I want you to imagine another situation. Let's do one together. So let's imagine that we just had a job interview. So imagine everybody, we did a job interview. We want to thank the person who interviewed us for their time. So let's imagine that that person is, what's a good name? Dear, my mind's blank. Let's say, dear Nicole. So we're writing a thank you note to Nicole. What should we say to her? She gave us an interview. We want to thank her for the interview. So what should our first line be? So we want to cut straight. We don't know this person really well. We want to go straight to why we're sending this message. So dear Nicole, and then remember those expressions we used before. I really appreciate it. I'd like to say thank you, something like that. Thank you so much for kindly invite to interview in university. Very good. So that's a good start. So thank you. So much. That's a great start. For kindly inviting me. So after you say for, and then you have another verb, you have to say ing form of the verb. So thank you for kindly inviting me to the interview. Perfect. So thank you so much for kindly inviting me to the interview. What else could we say? Dear Nicole, thank you very much. So great. So thank you very much, or thank you so much for interviewing me, or for kindly inviting me to the interview. And then maybe something else. So maybe we could say something like this. It was great to meet you in person. Great. So we're thanking them. We're saying it was great to meet them in person. And then maybe something like, I am looking forward to hearing from you soon. So something like that, because we want them to contact us again regarding the interview, and hopefully they'll offer us a job. And we want to say something to end it. Let's say best regards. And then don't forget to sign it, your name at the bottom. So that's really short. It's really easy. We want to say thank you by email, especially related to a job interview. So you could say, thank you so much for kindly inviting me to the interview. It was great to meet you in person. I am looking forward to hearing from you soon. Best regards, Ian. So something short and easy like that would be perfect. Let's just see what Christina said. Dear Coca-Cola Company, I want to say, so instead of said, let's say, thank you. So no S, thank you for your time and giving, G-I-V-I-N-G, giving me the opportunity spelled wrong, to know about me and my skills. I hope you, so don't say the you, I hope you can see my CV and something else, and consider me for this position. And I think that would be a great message, Christina. Okay, so this is something that you guys can practice. If you want me to check over your message, feel free to write it in the comments section or send me an email. Here's my email address, info@rightstartcanada.ca, and I'd be happy to check over your short thank you message if you guys want. So time's up. It's after 12. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. If you're in Canada, enjoy your holiday. And if you're not, enjoy your day anyway. So thank you guys so much. I will see you again on Thursday. So we'll have a lesson on Thursday. Hope to see you then. Okay, bye guys. Take care.